Teenagers in Albuquerque benefit from a curfew law, why some believe the legislation struck down by the state Supreme Court decades ago should be reinstated.
Tonight in a Target 7 investigation, Faith Urbano looks into why the law didn't work the first time.
They should be at home.
Albuquerque had curfew laws prohibiting teens from being out between the hours of 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. on weeknights and midnight to 6 a.m. on weekends.
There's nothing good in Albuquerque or any big city in the country after midnight for a 14-year-old.
The ordinance backed by former Mayor Martin Chavez in 1994 was aimed toward keeping kids out of trouble. Teenagers held at Wells Park Community Center until their parents or guardian can pick them up.
That was one part of an overall approach to reducing crime.
While jail time and fines were not imposed, curfew offenders could have faced a $500 penalty and a trip to jail for 90 days.
We picked up a lot of kids.
Albuquerque Police Department Chief Harold Medina recalls enforcing the curfew.
There'd be a variety of things that occurred, and ultimately it was deemed unconstitutional what we were.
In hindsight, Medina wishes things could have been handled differently.
There are a lot of kids who are out doing bad, and that would benefit from a curfew law, but there are also a lot of kids who aren't out doing bad. And we're now going to criminalize the activity of certain kids who are just simply out being kids, and we were all teenagers at one point.
But Chavez says the goal was not to criminalize teenagers, but to help steer them in the right direction.
We found a straight line from the kids that were violating curfew to the kids that were ditching school. So it was a really nice way to identify kids that had challenges and problems.
Curfews lasting about a year before facing legal battles with the American Civil Liberties Union.
What good is government if it's not working to save and help kids?
The law struck down by the state Supreme Court 3 years later due to violation of children's rights clashing with the state's children's code.
The city of Albuquerque ought to be lobbying and advocating in the legislature for those changes. And then they need to redraft their ordinances to meet the constitutional concerns that were raised in the Supreme Court.
Data from the National Youth Rights Association shows these 4 cities in New Mexico with curfew laws. Those have not been challenged. Albuquerque's still without one 24 years later.
There are a lot of steps that we should look at and things that we should do prior to enforcing some type of curfew law. Let's start by holding the criminals accountable that commit crime and keeping them in custody, and let's see what happens to crime.
For Target 7, I'm Faith Urbano.
There was a recent effort to get a statewide curfew law. A bill passed in the State House in 2016, but it failed in the Senate.